You too.
Oh yeah.
Good morning. Good
Turn that
afternoon.
off.
This is the Experts About Nothing podcast. I'm your host Wesley, and I do apologize for our hiatus, but we are back, and we're happy to see everybody that's joining us here today.
I'm not happy to see Byron.
Byron,
What's up, man? Hey, man, what's up, big dogs? How y'all doing out there, man? Glad to be here. I'm glad to see everybody, even if it's the opposite with me.
What's good, y'all? Happy.
Oh, go ahead, Durante.
I was saying, what's good? Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Shout out to all our vets, but this day is for all the ones that have fallen and take the ultimate sacrifice. So shout out to them and thank you for your service. And we back, baby. We live, baby.
But it's been like a month.
it's been a minute, Brent.
What's up, fellas? Glad to be back. If I'm here, it means it's almost turned the season, and today is Memorial Day. To kind of piggyback off of Durante, we want to say thank you to all of those who have given their lives in service of this country, to their families, because obviously they're left behind to kind of pick up the pieces. And so today we think about you guys. We think about those who paid the ultimate price. And also, because it is Memorial Day, that's the unofficial start to summer. So we're sliding right on into another season.
That is correct. Yo. What is up, everybody that's joining us and checking us out? We appreciate y'all for coming in and hanging with us today. As Brent said, it's now Gemini season. So Byron, hate all you want.
Here come the lies.
Throw all the Gemini slander you want out there. We'll take it in pride and keep on moving.
Yeah. Split personalities, all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey man, we live how we live. Anyways, well, it's been a lot that's happened since we've been gone. But I guess let's talk about my favorite topic and situation that's been going on since we've been away.
Sergeant Matthews,
my
my fault. Sergeant Matthews was good. Sergeant Matthews. My bad.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. He said he's happy to see you in good health. So
yeah. Oh yeah, I got out that unit, but yeah, he was a good sergeant. Hope he doing good. Hope you doing good. I don't know where you at now, but we'll catch up.
That's good money. Good money. Well, like I was saying, we're gonna get into my favorite situation that's been going on since we've been away. And that's Mr. Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah,
taking names and laying them down. He out here in these streets. And I just really want to talk about the situation and get everybody's feelings on what's been going on. And I think we'll start with Byron, because I think he's looked into it quite a bit.
Whoa, yeah. Oh man, it's been funny, bro. It's been fun to watch. The language has been tough, man. Back and forth. They've been saying some stuff that you wouldn't say to another man. But as far as people don't know, Kwame. Some people, they've been throwing jabs at this man 15, 20 years, man, saying he a bust and all that type of stuff. Yeah, he didn't live up to the number one. I mean, if you comparing him to a LeBron, he didn't live up to that, especially like a number one pick. But as far as league, he played in the league for 12 years, so you can't knock that. It made $70-something million. So I wouldn't consider him a bust, but he just didn't live up to, to what we thought he was going to be. But I mean, as far as his side of the story, him saying Jordan didn't want him. That means a whole lot. So that means Jordan drafted him to trade him for Elton Brand, which he wanted Elton Brand because Elton Brand was a part of Jordan. So that makes perfect sense. So him telling his side is like, oh wow. So that's it's putting two and two together. But I don't think he was a bust. I just didn't think he had, so he was, went into the right situation. I always felt like it's all about situations when you get to the league anyway. It's just the right fit, So I just feel like him telling this side of the story, it's ball fan. I mean, for all the people who hoop and used to hoop, it's fun. It's fun to watch him telling this side, and people agree with him and disagree. But as long as they keep it on that level and not on no fighting or somebody getting hurt, I'm cool with it.
Now, Brand, I'm gonna come to you next. But I want to say this. Kwame said it is what it is, but he ain't trying to put hands on nobody. He ain't trying to be behind nobody's bars. He said Becky with the good hair. He ain't trying to get no charges due to him.
But if they can get on the show together, though, Wes,
that is gonna be tragic.
Yeah.
That should not happen. Don't do that.
That's what we want. We want them to just come together, just talk it out.
In the words of Drake, don't do it. Please don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to end with any goodness. I think we should stick to that not happening because Matt Barnes and Kwame Brown should not be in the same room, aka Becky with the good hair. Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
Shout out to that man. Very interesting.
Stop playing before he come at us. Don't do that. He find his way back with the good.
He has been toasting this man, like just torturing. But Brent, what you got to say about the situation?
Well, I mean, from a starting position, I do kind of agree with Byron that they kind of. I mean, it's kind of messed up to think about it. I mean, it is sports. Obviously, these are adult men, but in a roundabout way, there's a line where you cross between playful joking or making a statement like, we might talk about Ryan Leaf as a bust in the NFL. So sometimes it just becomes almost like a form of cyberbullying. To put it into context for folks who don't know, Jeannie Buss was on the podcast with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes or Becky with the good hair. And, she was making a statement. This is kind of where the jump off point was for their kind of back and forth. And to say that he was not a player, to do that, I mean, I thought that was a level of disrespect called for. Now, the shots that came back, I mean, they was on point. And I'm kind of with Byron. I mean, as long as, we're not threatening physical harm, we're not, threatening to upend pieces of our community, I'm okay with it. I do think they need to lay off Kwame just a little bit, but I would also say, West, JaVale McGee is a person that they used to jump on. What did JaVale do? JaVale went back in the gym, focused on his craft, and came back. He got a shot with it. He made the best of the opportunity. So Kwame could have, obviously, maybe he got a bad shake with Mike. Maybe he got a bad shake. But and he did play in the league a while, but there was ample opportunity. Byron, I believe he said it was 12 seasons. He had 12 seasons to try to turn into something. And I mean, I know obviously you put in the system, but I mean, what you put on the court is what we see. If you play like, I'm gonna quote Stephen A. Smith, if you play like a bum, I mean, he is NBA talent. He was in the league for 12 years, but I mean, it's kind of a weird thing. It is a point where it almost looks out of book.
Yeah, we dropped the audio a little bit, but we got everything you said, Brent. Just about. The thing with Kwame is this: like, a lot of people ended up in the G League. Kwame never ended up in the G League. You know what I'm saying? He stayed in the NBA.
I was gonna. My bad.
Oh, I'm coming to you. Trust and believe me, Durante. I'm right around the corner coming to you. You are next, sir. I got you. But yeah, Kwame, he stayed in the league. He never got demoted to the sub leagues. He did not get demoted to overseas. He stayed. And that's what a lot of people can't say. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't say that. You got Marbury who ended up in China somewhere. You got a lot of people that had stuff going on. They ended up somewhere else that wasn't still playing in the what we would call the Premier League. So that's where you got to think about. Well, Kwame was so trash, then how is it that he stayed in the league for as long as he stayed in? You know what I'm saying? And then poor Stephen A. Smith, he just laid into Kwame over and over and over again. When he needed somebody to dump on, it was Kwame all the time. And that's a tough situation for somebody to just keep hearing people talk about you over and over again. And you're not even in the league at this point. You know what I'm saying? You done. You out of it. And they still bring you up. And I mean, you take the high road, you keep taking the high road, and then you just keep hearing people come back in. I mean, eventually you're going to get tired of it. And that just seemed like what Kwame did. And then once it made it to the media, then you run up with Charlemagne the God. He bringing up your family's history, the fact that you got some killers in your family, your father, your brother. A lot going on. So then, Kwame comes back and brings up Charlemagne's rape trial, and then Charlemagne brings in the lawyers, and then Kwame comes back and was like, "Oh, okay. Well, since you pled out and you didn't get charged with rape, okay, so you just get charged. You got charged with like delinquency of a minor and blah 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 blah." Okay, well, I'll talk about that then. And then he flamed him on that. But now, Durante, what do you think about the situation?
I haven't really seen much of it. I mean, but what I have seen was a man that made, like he said, made 65 mil in 12 years. He don't care. Like, he probably like, whatever, bro. I mean, at the end of the day,
he wasn't
like
caring, but then he all of a sudden he's like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, and I mean, it's understandable because it's like, bro, what do you want me to do after 12 years? Like, I did my time. It sounds like a jail time, but I did my time in the league. I played. I didn't make it, but I mean, you can at least say he didn't get in trouble. Like talking about, he didn't do anything crazy with his life. He's just living life still, But everybody just feels like he's that one kid that people still make fun of at the 10-year reunion. Like, so I don't know.
Keep poking the sleeping bed and wake up, and now you got to
wake up. And now, but I was also gonna say that like he didn't get demoted to the development league, anything like that. Like some players have. Like you brought up Marbury and all that. So I mean, and Byron's right too. If he would have gotten to a different situation, he may have been better. But at the same time, also you got to come to the league and do your own too. You can't just depend on
Now remember, he did play with Kobe, so he was around. He was around great. He was around greatness.
That's that. Yeah, okay. But I mean, if you don't ask this man questions or do anything with him to try to, piggyback off of him,
we don't know if he
be
did.
Great.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Can't say that either.
Nene Buss put respect on his name when they tried to diss him. You know what I mean? And tried to count him as less than a person. You know what I mean? She knew who he was. She put some respect on his name when they didn't want to. So I mean,
right? They making this man out like he is like the scum of the earth, bro. It's like, bro, he just wasn't good at that time. But a lot of I can't talk about it, man, because he got in the league. Yeah. And so like he got 65 mil. Like, come on, bro. Like,
got in the league, stay in the league. You know what I mean?
Got in the league, stay in the league. So.
You know what I mean? And then If you Matt Barnes, man, I don't know how you feel about the situation. Steven Jackson, I mean, that's one situation, but he flaming poor Matt Barnes. He even brought up Derek Fisher and all. So it's
Matt Barnes is a real light skin. He just got to bring attention to himself. Like that's what light skins do. Like, oh wait, my bad, Brent, my bad.
Yeah, but Barnes didn't even say nothing about it. It was Jack to get all the get it amped up.
Yeah, but he was in on the show, and then he wanted to come back with a fake response. And once he gave a fake response, open season.
Yeah,
open season.
That's it, yo.
And Kwame
like, I ain't gonna go nobody jail, but you gonna hear my mouth.
He said, I got all these bullets, so I got something for you.
Yeah.
And man, from all accounts, it looked like Kwame living a good life. He in Georgia,
chilling, man.
Mike, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't share this terrible stat. Don't do that.
Oh, hey Mike, what's good, Mike? How you doing, Mike? Welcome to the show. Him and Kobe
let Kwame live.
Hey,
I hate him.
4 points.
I saw that terrible stat people posting as well. That's a thing, but let that man live. He's living a good life. He's happy, and I'm happy for him being happy. But people need to leave him alone because that's a bear that when provoked will bite and attack, and he seems to be doing so very, very, very well. Now, granted, he's not the most well-spoken person, and if you watch any of his videos, it's gonna be some cussing and just outright random statements. But he got something for you. He said you gonna get some of his mama's cooking, is what he said. So y'all leave Kwame alone, folks out there in the world with the actual platform. Now, with all that being said, with the sports situations, I want to know What y'all think about these crazy, outrageous fans, man? Spitting on players, throwing stuff on players, and then them expecting to not be charged or permanently banned from the arenas. Brent, man, look like you got something you want to say.
Well, I always feel like society is such, even before we had a pandemic, that people didn't have no home training. And so when you factor in, we've spent a year and a half at home, not having to practice I mean, I'm saying this, for some of us, this is not a thing we practice, it's just kind of who we are, but for others, it's a practice. And when you're out of practice and knowing how to behave, you kind of feel like you're entitled to some things. Also, simultaneously with that, some other things happen societally, with upheavals and different things at the beginning of the year, the latter half of last year. So people feel emboldened to act way outside of the box than they normally would. And I think a part of that is contributing to the people acting fools at these arenas. People have always acted idiots at games anyway. I mean, you could go back and look, especially like if you look at baseball in particular. Obviously,
get out my head, Brent. Get out my head.
I know we don't really talk baseball here, but Fenway is famous for the stuff they say to players. Hispanic, Black, otherwise, if they're not Caucasian, Boston is a tough place to play, and it's something else. So,
Craig,
I just think that people not being made to practice those home training manners, it just spilled out into a public venue. And those people got money, so they probably already don't know how to act.
You're right. Craig, here's the thing. You're right about that because Russell Westbrook was ready to come back out there and put some hands on some folks.
And I love what Russell said too. I don't care what nobody says. You can say, "Oh, he's a disrespectful player." No, you're a disrespectful fan for throwing something at him. Well, pouring popcorn on him. He was like, he won't come on my face on the street and say that to my do anything to my face because he'll know what happened. And I'm like, please, if y'all find Westbrook for saying that, y'all stupid because that's real. Like y'all not gonna go to any of these players, any of these, big name people, then do that. First of all, they already got security probably with them, but Westbrook said, I got my own hands. I ain't worried about it. So you got all my respect for saying that, for real. Like, that's childish, dude. And like Brent said, that's why I said Brent, get out of my head, because I was thinking baseball is one of the main sports that do that. They'll throw like and they'll even if I remember it was Toronto against who was it? I can't remember. The Blue Jays against somebody on a playoff game. Batista home run, and fans just throwing stuff on the field after a home run. I'm like, why? Like, what is the point of that? So but it's been an ongoing issue for a while. Even with I remember Marcus Smart had an issue in Texas with that with one of the fans. He said called him the N-word. Westbrook, this is not his first time with a fan, and I think the Sixers, when the guy stuck his middle fingers up at him, it's been an ongoing issue. And just now, all of a sudden, I just seen the guy last night throwing a bottle at Kyrie, even though he didn't hit him, you're throwing stuff onto the court. They make that announcement at most games. Anything thrown onto the court, you come onto the court, you can be subject for arrest or, anything. They gave him a felony for it. He's going to be charged with felony assault and battery. So, I mean, go ahead and keep doing what you do, fans, if that's how you feel.
But, the thing is, I'm coming to you, Byron. The thing about this is that, what do you think that you're going to get out of this? First of all, because Brand brought this up a minute ago, COVID, it's still a thing. So you spitting at a person, throwing water, whatever it was, pretty sure you spit on a man, on a person during COVID times, that is 100% assault. Like that could be attempted murder. Let's just keep it 100.
Let's keep it a stack.
You know what I mean? And I mean, if they really wanted to get lethal with it, which I think they should, go ahead and charge that man with attempted murder and see go ahead and see what happens. Because I mean, it is ridiculous for you to do these things out here in these streets. It's just crazy. And then for you to feel so comfortable to do that to a person, what kind of human being are you? Number one, and number two. When you then get your punishment and you are banned from the location, why do you feel so entitled to not be banned? Just because you spend money? Your money does not make you above any other human in these streets. That's the only thing I know. But Byron, what you got for me in these streets?
Hold on, before Byron says something, My bad. I just want to say, would you have somebody come into your house and disrespect your house? It's the same thing. Like you coming into this arena that's not yours, you paying to see a ticket. Yes, you paying to see these players, but to disrespect them is a different ball game because you pay money. Cool, great, grand, wonderful. Go ahead and pay some more money for this felony you got. How about that? Like, I don't know. I'm just annoyed at it because people childish, bro. My bad, Byron.
I feel like I'm with Craig on this one, man. Put some paws on them. If you throw something, I get to throw something. Straight like that. I mean, I don't think they would throw it if this was like the 90s era or something like that, because they know, early 2000s, they know Ron Artest, he going up there.
Right.
And checking your temperature. In more ways than one. Temperature. You got to see what they're talking about. But I wouldn't recommend that, but I feel like it's just the home training type of deal, man. They've been getting away with it so long. They just like, I could just throw it at a player. But they don't think these players are real people. They think they just entertainment. Like, hey, like these people are real people. You throwing stuff at them. Come on, man.
I can tell them right now. Let Westbrook not be around security and have somebody holding back. He going up.
Yo, it was, bro. Did you see the video? It was like 5 of them holding him back, and he pushing off.
Yeah, I know these guys.
Got his hands on that man. I'm sorry.
I know these guys look small from far back, but they really like 6'3" and be working out every day.
Right.
This
guy's really 7 foot tall.
Right. That's the thing. They look normal size on the court away from you, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I'm using Drake line a lot. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Yeah, they look small. Look far away.
Yeah, I'm here to let you know that's the whole point. That's the reason why they can run up and down the court. Like back to Kwame, you wouldn't do these things to Kwame in his face.
No,
because right now and back then at the same time, they could talk about how small his hands were. His hands weren't that small, and he not that small of a person. So
but people was comparing his hands to Jordan hands though.
They was doing a lot of comparing.
Like you can't compare him. Like Jordan hands are out. That's just supernatural. like you can't compare his hands. I mean, he still got big hands, but you can't compare him to Jordan though.
That's what I'm saying. Like you wanna listen to the commentators like Stephen A. talk about he can't do this, he can't do that. Touch him if you wanna. Like
Jordan and Rondo got the same size hands.
Yeah. They got mitts.
No, Rondo got some big hands.
I know that's what I'm saying, but that's supernatural though. But that's
like Rondo hand can cover Wesley big head. Like
and that's a big. That's big.
Yeah, we out here.
Well, and I mean, and you think about it, like y'all talked about like Russ. Like think about how explosive he is with his feet, with his legs, right? If he's that explosive with his legs, what you think he's doing with his hands?
You're gonna take off on you.
I mean, you can't outrun him. You can't outrun him. Okay, so you managed to run and get over a fence or a barricade. Bro, man might just jump the whole thing, right? Like, I mean, these are superhumans. Like, I mean, they train for a living. Like, you're not going toe to toe with them. I mean, not even the guys on the bench really, because they train constantly. You're an average Joe. You might work out 3 or 4 times a week, bro. They do this for a living, pay millions of dollars to keep their body up somehow. You're not in the way.
Hey, even Brent, even the females basketball players, they work out every day too, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just throwing that out there. I just want to make sure. Anyway,
I see where you're going, Durante.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to me, like I'm with Byron. It's just
Eddie McGee up here.
They don't know how to
and I will say because they work out too. I just
right. Well, Wesley made a point. I want to say this about money. So we talk about where you spent money, your season ticket or whatever. Well, you can fly on American Airlines, Delta, United. There are rules and stipulations about you getting on the plane. Like, so you could buy a first class ticket, right? Right?
Yeah.
But if you act a fool, guess what? They tossing you off the plane. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know it's a basketball, so it's entertainment. It's not a form of transportation. But I'm saying you're paying, unless you got courtside seats, normally you're paying more for a plane ticket. And if they put you off the plane, you're gonna be offended if they throw you out of an arena and you're actually assaulting a person. I mean, come on now, it's just crazy.
I love. I mean, it's not the same comparison, but I love when people come in. Probably like some years ago, dude had the audacity to say, "I paid good money in this bar. Y'all gonna kick me out?" Yes, because you're overly drunk and you're about to start a fight. What do you mean?
Like,
what?
You break 2 tables and you done already lost all the money you done paid us tonight.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would. These people is just they entitled for no reason. Just you don't. First of all, even if you own the team, you still don't get that right. Look what happened to old boy with the Clippers. Still don't get that right.
No.
Yeah.
Now he ain't got a team no more. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Keith and the Clippers. I'm sorry. My bad.
Man, Keith, tell Paul George and Kwame, they daddy still coming back to
Kawhi.
I did say Kwame, my fault. I mean Kawhi. Kwame stuck in my head now. I feel like I can support this man.
Yeah.
But no,
got merchandise
Kawhi.
you can buy.
Facts. Luka the daddy coming back. I wish you still had it, Wes. On the down.
Yeah, I forgot to go back and get it. They changed Wikipedia to reflect that Luka was the father of Kawhi and Paul George.
Yeah.
And they owned them. It was a lot. It was a lot going on Wikipedia that day. But
I seen another picture. Another picture of a van, and they put the faces, and the guy smiling trying to close the van door. You see the 2 kids with Paul George. I was like, "Yo, y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all really gotta chill, dude." It was after like game 2. I was like, "Bro, y'all gotta chill." Oh my
they
god,
killing them. By the way, shout out to Hornets, Byron. How they doing?
Hey man, we out right now. We out right now.
Okay.
Hey, but we got to the play-in, man. We'll be all right, man. Season 2, we will make the playoffs. Season 2, you heard it here.
All right, we're gonna look for season 2.
Change up my words,
Huh?
I said, please don't try to change up my words.
Okay.
Why would I ever do that?
I just want to confirm, and I'm not
Again?
devil's advocate here. I want to confirm to Byron. So Byron, what we're saying is, if they keep the rule of the play-in, they're going to be a top 6 seeded team, 6-1. They're not going to have to play a play-in. They're going to be a solid playoff team.
I love what you did right there. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I just wanted to clear that up, because I'm not trying to short, the play-in teams. I mean, the defending champs are a play-in team technically, so I'm not trying to shortchange them. I just wanted to see if they were going to be a lock for the playoffs, which you have to be one of the top 6 to get in as a lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Durante.
I want this to be 5/31, 2021, timestamp of 27. I'm gonna say round about 15, 27-15.
28,
is
27.
what was it? No, it
They
was
will make
27.
the playoffs.
I'm going back to
Okay.
when it says, so it was like 27-15 somewhere in there. Timestamp that. And we coming back to this. So Bob won't be like, yeah, we made the play in again, and then we got in the playoffs. We want to play in. Nah, number 6-1.
If they make the playoffs, they make the playoffs. That means they got to
shut up. What did you just say? Shut up.
They will make the playoffs.
All right. So
why
why'd
you
you
follow
just
up and confirm
just
with
agree?
1 through 6? Just putting that out there. You follow up and confirm that with Brand over here.
Okay.
That's why I said timestamp this.
So even if they do make the playoffs and they got to play in, I'm still wrong.
Well,
yes.
I don't know.
Well, hold on.
I don't know.
To augment it, I would say if they made it, so if they did the Lakers, like, right, they are playing team. They're 17.
If they make it.
Well, but that's not entirely true, because you could be a one and done, which is what they did this year. I'm saying that my team was also one and done. It just took us 4 times to get one and done instead of 2. But
you stupid.
Playoffs. See, there's a difference in playoffs.
Right,
we
didn't have to play the playing game. But what I was saying was, like the traditional, it used to be you in or you out. So they kind of staying with the pandemic where they wanted to. And I mean, I kind of like it. It gives you kind of a tournament feel before the playoffs actually start. But like the top 6 teams are technically playoff locks. They don't play that little 4-team bracket for each conference. So I was just wondering, were you saying they're a solid playoff team? Like the Heat were the 6th seed, just barely, but they were 6, so they didn't have to play in the play-in one. So I just want to confirm that, or if you were saying anywhere in the top 10. But
I want them to be top 6. But if they make the playoffs, they make the playoffs.
Oh, so earlier before we started recording, you were like, Well, I don't change my opinion and what I say in the same show.
Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate you for saying that. Like I said,
Brent locked me into it. Brent locked
Shut
me
up.
into it.
I
Well, I
don't
just
wanna
want a
hear it.
clarification. What you could have done was you could have punched back, and your first statement should have been if you're in, you're in. But you said yes, you agreed with the 1 through 6 statement.
Okay, I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it because I feel like they're gonna be a playoff team. I feel like it. I feel like it.
Now,
All right,
let
so
me
what's
ask you
1 through
this.
6? Okay,
I'll
got
stick
you.
with it.
Okay, Byron. So let me ask you this.
I'm still time stamping it.
Will Gordon Hayward be a part of this team in the playoffs?
Yes.
Will he average more than 20 points a game?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
So-
hold on. So he won't average more than 20 points a game. I got to ask something. I got to interject real quick, Wes. I'm so sorry.
Come on, Brent. I'm saying these things to do this.
So you said that after players can reach their prime 30, 31, 32, 33. His best scoring year was 21.9, so almost 22 points a game. Are you saying that because he didn't reach that this year, but he was injured? Okay. Are you saying he's not going to reach over 20 again next year? I'm reconfirming. You just said no, he won't. So I want to make sure. So we can't turn the tape on you. I want to make sure you're saying
he'll be close. He'll be close just like this year. 18, 19 points, exactly what I said last year.
Okay. But you said it might be his prime. Well, I got numbers.
Points don't mean your prime. Points don't mean your best season.
Okay, okay. Hold on. I got all the numbers. Let's just go roll with them.
Well, what does it mean, Byron?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna give it stats.
Assists, rebounds.
Hold on. So my man, 19.6 points a game, 4.1 assists a game, and 5.9 rebounds. Or 6 rebounds. Okay. So I want to give you his career best for each one in the year that they occurred. Because I want to put in the context best years. So his points per game, I talked about 21.9, so almost 22. That was 2016, 2017. The assists, his best assist number year was 2013, 2014. He had 5.2 assists. That's the top he's ever had. And in rebounds, his best rebounding year was last year, 19 to 20, and he averaged 6.7, so almost 7 rebounds a game. So this year, he underperformed in every single category. Now, did he rebound from the post-injury numbers and whatever was happening in Boston? Yeah, a little bit, but also there was only one other player on the team that was as talented as him.
You talking about in Boston?
No, I mean in Charlotte this year.
No, 2 others.
Oh, okay. So okay.
Ball and Scary Terry, it's kind of Terry's team in a way.
Well, wait, I thought it was Ball's team.
Wait, hold on.
No.
They won in 2
Ball
points,
was
bro.
gonna come in and he was gonna change it. They were gonna become. And yeah, they made the playoffs. I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is, but if last season, beginning of the season, you said Ball was gonna be the key man. Now you're saying he's not, right?
He's becoming that. He will become that.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like saying, okay, was it Shaq or Kobe team? You can say either way.
Whoa, hold on. I don't care about that. Don't compare them to the Shaq and Kobe. That is.
Listen, he mad because I hit it right there. Was it Shaq or Kobe team?
That is horrible.
Listen, because you can't. It's no right or wrong answer, right?
That is horrible.
I mean, that's a yes or no question. I'm asking yes or no questions.
I'm telling you, that's horrible.
Brent, I'm talking to Mr. Brent over here. Was it Shaq or Kobe team?
It was Shaq's team first. It allowed Kobe to box.
To be honest, it was Rob Horry's team because he won them championships.
It was. I mean, no, but if you really think about it,
they didn't want to play.
But I mean, Shaq was regular season MVP. He was the Finals MVP. I mean, originally, it was Shaq's team. Shaq had been to the Finals. He had the playoff battles. Kobe had to find his own. Now, you could make a case that maybe in the back-to-back, so year 2, Kobe started to come on, but we really want to be honest. Kobe didn't really blossom until Shaq got overweight and started getting hurt. And that was partly what kind of led to the schism was Kobe was upset because Shaq wasn't taking care of his body and they could have won more championships together. And so that sort of led to the schism there. But really when Shaq was still physically, I mean, and at every point Shaq was dominant, but when Shaq was still kind of in shape in those first couple of years, it was Shaq's team and Kobe was getting an opportunity to come up. Then when Kobe finally got to the Kobe we know, the Kobe we remember, at that point, then they kind of butted heads and then they broke up. So yeah, but for a while it was a Shaq team, then it was a Shaq and Kobe team, then it was a Kobe team, and then we kind of Kobe till we got the rise of LeBron.
Yeah, that's all I was at.
Answer your question. So according to you, it's going to be Ball's team in a couple years if we follow the same Lakers trend, which once again is a horrible comparison. It's just terrible. Horrible. Yeah. Don't do that.
Garbage. Don't do that.
You fired. Byron, and moving right. I don't know how we even move along from that because that is a very interesting comparison that you did not need to make at all.
You can't move along from it. You just got to end the show with his stupid tail saying that.
Listen, y'all hating because I got footage on y'all trying to prove a point.
Bro, we literally just shut you down. You got one. You 1 out of 3.
To show anything, man.
1 out of 3. But was it clutch though? You know what I'm saying? You know, I hit it at the last second.
What?
I'm just saying, 1 out of 3.
You realize you hit the first shot and then the last 2 you missed. So the first shot don't mean nothing because you lost the game.
I hear you.
All right. Anyways, I have a social subject for you all that I want to go with you guys real quick.
Oh Lord.
And so my question to you is this. It's been observed quite a few times that it seems like that for whatever reason, people of color don't seem to value other people of color as much as they do other races, in particular white people. And I just want to go over that with y'all, and y'all want y'all to tell me what y'all think about that and why do y'all think that's the case. And I'm gonna kick it off with Byron.
Oh man, you just can't. You give me time to think. I would say in some situations, yeah. I mean, I feel like the life, you know what I'm saying, we don't value our life as much as we should. So I would go with that. I mean, what point you trying to make is what I'm trying to get to. Like I'm trying to think about, but I feel like
I just have this question.
I feel like that question is like kind of
it's wide, like it's super wide, like you know,
because it makes sense what you're trying to ask. I just want to pinpoint a piece of it and then run off that.
Well, my question is just like, why is it that we do this? You know, why is it that we can't base? What'd you say?
I said Brant about to fall asleep.
No, I'm listening. I'm thinking of Wes's angle, but go ahead, Wes.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get your angle so I can add more to it.
Okay, why is it that we will we as a culture will spend all this money on Gucci, but then we'll come to Byron, who's starting his own little company or whatever, and be like, "Hey, yo, bro, why don't you give me a little discount on that? Because why you charging so much? Why your prices like that?" Or we'll go to a soul food a soul food restaurant, and we'll be like, "Well, their prices are ridiculous," but yet we don't have a problem going to an upscale spot that's a French restaurant and give them all your money. You know what I mean?
Because
let's run at it at that angle, Byron. What you got for me on that angle? I know you got a feeling on this. That's why
Byron's still thinking. Byron's still thinking. Let me get this off. Byron's still thinking. Because we, as Black folk, feel like another Black person is supposed to look out for us, and that definition is wrong. Like you gotta look out for your own kind. You can look out for your own kind, but why don't you look out by helping them out? Because if they build, it's gonna build your community.
Yeah.
If you're helping them out, you looking for a discount is not helping them out. You shorting them. Right. But in your mind, you're like, no, you helping me out because you gotta look out for your own kind. They got that definition wrong.
Yeah. Well, and I mean,
like oh my bad. Go ahead, Brian.
No, I was going to kind of piggyback, but go ahead, Ron, to finish your statement. Then I was
going to say, like for instance, everywhere I bartend, if I'm cool with someone, like my boy Big Mike come in, he pay regular price. I might look Blue Moon, you good, but he don't ask for no discount. He don't, you know what I'm saying? Because he supporting me as a person, you know what I'm saying? Supporting me because I'm working there, and but I've worked at other places where it's like, oh, bro, we grew up together. Yo, look out for your boy. Give me a drink. Like, you coming at me and asking me is not going to make me want to look out for you, period. You just thinking like, oh, because we grew up, I'm supposed to be like, yeah, you know what? You good. Let me give it to you for free. No, bro, you see me working, trying to work hard and build something. You got to help me help you. Because if I can build enough, then maybe someday, yeah, you good. Don't worry. He can get in for free. You know what I'm saying? You never know. That's just people's mindset. Like, help me, help you. Mindset is wrong with us. So, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. By the way, Brand, will come to you in 1 second. Everybody that's watching, if you can feel free and share this real quick, that would be amazing. Brand, what were you about to say?
Well, I was gonna say too. I mean, I think that it's kind of a byproduct of reinforced stereotypes, even within the same group. Like, sometimes we feel like, um, you know, folks that look like us, and we stereotype them sort of like other races might stereotype us. Oh, well, they're not going to do this or they're not going to do that. And so some of it is just the person's mentality. I generally try not to make snap observations about people. Do you make snap observations? Sure you do, because we're all human, right? So initially there will be some level of snap observation, but I always try to base my interaction with people off of how, we actually, vibe off each other, how we talk, how we interact, and then go from there. Because I know Durante, we had talked about one time about people tipping. He had seen the customers come in, and he kind of knew right off the bat. And, for me, I always relish the fact that, if I get good service, no matter where I'm at, whether I'm at a mom and pop place or if I'm at a high-end joint, like, I always want to tip. Don't matter, what the waitress or the server look like. If I get good service deserves a good tip. You did the work or whatever. So, like, but for some people, it's a mentality, and they had that mentality where they feel like, if they're black and another black person is doing something for them, they're going to do it subpar. I'll give you an example real quick. My wife at her job, you heard this weekend, another African American lady called in. My wife's talking to her, trying to help her out. And the lady tells my wife, well, you sound like you're African American. I don't want to talk to you. This is a sister saying this to another sister. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to somebody else. So, I mean, that sort of preconceived notion, it exists. I don't know why we have that. We got to eat ourselves mentality, but it does. So, I mean, I think it's a mental thing, and I think it's a thing that as a group, I mean, not just our group, but all groups, if you struggle with it, it's something we could work on together. But typically, I try to do it by the interaction, not by what the person looks like, or what the case may be.
Now, Byron, I know you had some time to think about this, so come at me. Like I said, I started with you because I knew the angle that you've been approached with.
Bro, my mind just going everywhere because I see it one side and I see it on the other side. So I see people who actually look like me. They want to invest with me. They want to work with me. They want to, they buying stuff. I tell them, my product is getting there. Like, I'm improving my product like every month. Like, I'm trying to do things. I'm trying to shift it to this direction and just try to compete. But a lot of people will be like, well, just holler at me when you get to that point. But you have to invest and help me get this thing going first. But then I see people who don't look like me ready to pour money into me. Like, I mean, I get more love. There's no offense from nobody. I'm saying this. I get more love from people outside the country than I do inside the country. I mean, as a whole. Yeah, I mean, and that's like, I never met these people, but it's like people I know, they won't do it unless they see it and everybody else do it. So it's like a followers type of deal. If they see everybody else do it, then they'll do it. Like a soul food spot. People will eat there if they see everybody else eat there, but they won't eat there if they was like, oh man, this is a new spot I found, but they won't eat there. And that's the weirdest thing ever. But I was like, that's just how our culture is. Like, it's just like, it's a trendy thing, So, but I see it on both sides. And then shout out to the people who do look out. Shout out to the people who do pay and don't cry like, oh, it's why your price is this, why your price is that. But I'm gonna keep the prices there. So when the product get better, you're gonna be like, yo, I remember when you did this, when you was this, and I still support it. And I see it. People see it. Like, and I appreciate everybody who do look out. But I see it so many businesses that is like that. That's why we can't have anything, because people won't support it. Now, because nobody else is supporting it.
Now, let me take it all the way back on y'all, because this is where I think this comes from. This goes all the way back to when black folks first met this American land, and how we basically were taught that we had no value, that we are subpar to the others. You know what I'm saying? And I think, unfortunately, for some folks, it's something that's ingrained in them and they don't overcome it. And so they're taught by their people and then their people, and then it just keeps on going down the line that there's lesser value within your own culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, they just gonna do it this way. Like they got terms for things that people do that is derogatory towards us, but we use that term for things, you know, how we gonna cut a corner but make it work. You know what I'm saying? And like it's the same. I think that's the problem, and we living in that way, and it's a setup. So I think that we're doing it to ourselves, but it's something that we were set up for back in the day, because you know, back in the slave times, the darker your skin was, the lesser value you had, and anybody that wasn't white already was what was it, marked by God to be a slave or something of that nature, is what they were portraying in their writings and things of that nature. So I think that that's where it comes from, to be honest with you. But Brandon, look like you got something to say on that one.
Well, and I was just gonna say, for me, my attitude with it is, I want everybody to come up together. I try not to treat my people. I mean, there's a part of you that you want to do more for yours, because we know we've been at a disadvantage for so long. And so you try to get them extra grace. But I've never been one to just snap judgment, especially on our own people, just because I know they get it from the other side. You think about it, we have enough people judging us in our day to day, right? To think that people within your own community, your own circle, are just harsh or be sometimes more severe, like Byron said, than the people who, not in your country, or don't share the same skin color as you, and the fact that sometimes they're more willing to help. It's a thing. But I mean, it's a cycle we can break.
Yes.
We can work on it. It doesn't have to be the rule. I know for 4 centuries they've tried to make it the rule, but we don't have to abide by that. Now, is it going to change overnight? No. Are the old heads still going to be the way they are? Yes. And are the stubborn people? Yes. But I mean, I think it's a thing we can work on. If you would want someone to support you, right? I mean, so you should be willing, if the product is, obviously, you kind of have to marry the idea with money or whatever you spend on the service or the item to what the item is. But yeah. I mean, obviously, if it's of good quality, whether or not it's on par with designer stores immaterial, is for what you're paying. Does the product or service meet what you're paying? If it does, or if it does, and or you're trying to seed into, invest into, help grow somebody, then don't argue with the price. Just support your local people. And yeah. And then when they come up, now, hey, you were there from the beginning. You can, like Byron said, you can refer, hey, man, I remember when it was like this, and now you're here. Yeah. And I'm just, I'm glad to see you coming up, because if we lift each other up, then we as a whole will rise together. But we spend a lot of time infighting, and that's true across races. That's true within races, within communities. We spend a lot of time bickering back and forth instead of meeting where the common ground is and help lifting each other up.
Yeah, because don't nobody want to ride down that road with you, man. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they see the easy exit, they jumping off.
Like the craziest thing is that, like, there's this girl, her name's Tina Gray. She's making this hot sauce right now, but she about to do some spicy stuff. But like I didn't like her shipping prices. I didn't complain to her about her shipping prices. I just paid the price to support and whatnot. And now her shipping prices are amazing. You know what I'm saying? She's doing great things because now she has a distributor that actually does things well, and she has good stuff. And I brought the hot sauce again. She's actually changed up the packaging to make it cheaper, because originally just something she was doing out her kitchen and whatnot.
Shameless plug. You plugged her.
So it's like a big difference, you know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. I mean, I didn't pull out the hot sauce. I thought about pulling it out and pulling it, showing it, but I'm not gonna do that. But
like the dude who sell the big dogs only. I mean, he gets in his mindset where he thinks he's and he knows everything. But I still support him. You gotta support your people. No, but for real, real talk.
Everything's big over
but no, for real. But no, for real, you gotta support your people because at the end of the day, we all we got.
Bro,
but you know, at the same
product or service, you know, I'm rocking that shit so hard. Like it's gonna be on every social media platform I got. Like, I don't care what it is, like whatever. I'm waiting.
You know,
like,
I was at my sister's graduation, and it was very interesting to hear these guys critique these singers because the glass singers, they're all white, and they were doing this acapella of End of the Road. And the guys behind me were like, yo, this is some trash, man. I don't know why they doing Boys to Men some disservice. But yeah, and I thought it was terrible too. But yeah, some of these people were like vibing and rocking.
Of course you did.
It was the white dudes that was like, this is some trash. The black folks was just sitting there eating it up, appreciating. I'm sitting like, y'all is insane. This is some hot garbage. So sometimes, you know, you should critique, but you should definitely hold people accountable. So it's like, depending on how progressive a white person is, they will be more likely to support you because they have value in what you have. And if it ain't good, they're gonna just say it ain't good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's good.
Trying to get a deal. You know what I'm saying?
If your product is trash, your product is trash, bro.
Yeah,
it's trash. Like you gotta accept it. Like, yo, I ain't come hard on this one, but I'm gonna keep going. Like I'm just gonna keep going. You gotta have that commitment just to keep going. Like if you just give up after that one, yeah, that person might not be right, or this product might not have hit, or this might not have been that, and this might not have been up to product. But you have to keep going. A lot of people just give up, and they know that person. I'll see you after this one. I kind of get what they saying, but I gotta support you, bro. I'm gonna go ahead. I might cry your stuff. Let's say you selling a shirt and it could be $30. I'm be like, man, it's iffy, but I'm still gonna wear it for you because you my dog. I gotta support you. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, keep the product getting better, bro. Keep it getting better.
But like Mike said, it's this whole crabs in a barrel mentality. You put the crabs in the barrel together. Of
course.
They're gonna fight. It's gonna be an issue. We're gonna have a problem. It's all these other things. You know what I'm saying?
I think we should commit the last couple of minutes to the show for black businesses, bro. For real, like different businesses. Not just mine. I'm just saying people in general. Like, let's just big up people, man, for real.
Hey, man, we can do that. I mean, hey, if you watching the show or whatever, you got a black business or you know one, hey, feel free to share them with us, and I'll definitely put it up on the show or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And we actually buy product too, bro. Like that's the thing about our show. Like people like we will buy the product. It was good.
Oh yeah, we'll buy the product. Like I said, I don't have a problem buying the product. As y'all know, we had Jamie from Hello Black Man. He was on here. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely.
I still didn't get a journal too. I have to get a journal.
Support the people, man. You gotta support the people. I have to get my stuff to show y'all. But anyway. You got to support the folks out here in these streets. But really and truly, that was where I wanted to leave that topic right there. I just really wanted to go over that because it just doesn't make sense that we're like this as a culture still. But you see it every day. And Byron, you and I were talking about it, and like it just dawned on me, like it's wild what people do, but it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you helped me come up with that particular topic because we were just talking about it, and it's a fact. It just keeps happening over and over and over again. It's like if somebody wants to sponsor the show, which feel free to do so, they would want to like get a deal and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Well, they wanted to cut some corners with us or whatever. Why would we do that? You know what I mean? I mean, we have a show, you know what I'm saying? We got people that follow us and watch us and all this good stuff. Why would we want to cut a corner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, you come to people, you're supposed to come correct. You're not supposed to come trying to be shifty and shady, you know what I mean? Help a flower blossom. You can't like have water and expect it to do something, you know what I mean? This ain't gonna work.
Right. And then we in turn, because we don't support these things, then we turn around. I don't know why we can't have our this and have our that. Well, if you're not contributing to lift, us up as a unit, you're part of the reason why we can't have these things, because that's one of the arguments people will use, they'll say, well, if we had a black restaurant in town, I would go. They say that, right, in token, and then black restaurants
we do.
up, and they don't go.
We do.
We
got a
do.
few, actually.
We got a few.
Yeah. We got a few, but yeah, they don't go. But yet they line up and mess up the traffic patterns for Popeyes.
Right. And
average at best chicken.
Right. And let's be honest. The corporate structure of Popeyes does not look like you and me. So let's just be honest with that too. And think about it. So you get in your mind, yeah, that's Louisiana chicken. Yeah, that's Louisiana chicken, but that ain't Louisiana executives running the corporate level of that. So
yeah. It ain't got that mama's cooking.
Never mind.
Right.
It ain't got that sprinkle in it, bro. It's
you see what they did to the commercial purposely. That's all I'm gonna say. They did
with the black lady.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it makes you think about that, but I mean, it's different from the Colonel who's pasty white, because he's like now they got an actual guy, but it was like just a pasty white outline Pillsbury Doughboy type thing.
It was a pimp.
But anyway, well, anybody that's still watching and whatnot, hanging with us, hey, please share the show. We can ready to wrap it up. I definitely want to thank everybody for joining us today. I want to thank Brand for coming in while he was out and coming back in and joining us. Durante, I want to thank you for being late as always. You hold it down. You consistent. Love you, man.
Dang.
I'm gonna call you out whenever you're late, man. I'm gonna do it.
Wait, he just Kwame Brown you, Durante. Come on, man. He just Kwame you.
Yeah.
Hey, but he consistently does it though. There's a difference. I didn't Kwame Brown.
Hold on. Kwame.
Speaking to his consistency.
Swing back on Steven Jackson. Don't let him get off the hook like that.
Oh man.
I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it in person. I ain't Kwame. I don't care about catching on charge. I'll see you later. I don't even care at this point. Cause I told him, I said, I told him what I was doing today. And honestly, we won't late. I got on time. I got here. We could have been started. Him and Byron want to talk about some, and yeah. So
hold on, wait a minute. Okay, so now that we want to bring up facts, let's just do that. Byron and I discussed starting the show between 10 and 11. This was yesterday. Yesterday we discussed this, and from what I understood, there was consensus. Okay, cool. I had communicated this to Brent, and we messaged Durante this morning because I knew it was going to hinge on Durante, because most things tend to do that when it comes to time. He was like, yeah, probably between 11 and 12. 11 and 12 come, and then it's after 12 that Durante shows up.
No, I was here at 11:40, and I said, send the link. You didn't send the link until I darn 12 something. And then I show up.
You said send the link?
Hold on, let me put these in because I don't think I can hear good. What'd you say?
You said send the link?
Yeah.
Did I miss
What'd you send the link? No, I ain't saying
you
just posted
never said send the link. You said my bad getting set up.
All right, so what that mean? I thought you might get set up. Just go ahead and send the link, or you would have sent me the link.
Why would I do that when you say that you're getting set up? That means I'm setting my stuff up. I will message you when I'm ready.
Hey, Cuz said that. That's like somebody saying, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting dressed now. They ain't dressed. They just getting out of bed. That was that. That was like so that.
I did the same thing with Brent. Brent said he was getting set up, so I waited for him to tell me he was ready. I sent him the link.
I'm right around the corner. That's it. So he left the house.
So anyway, Durante, once again, it's always love, but everybody knows that you're gonna be late. Everybody knows this, including Mike. So I don't know why we do this, because you and Mike get together all the time, and I'm sure he knows that you late 85% of that time.
Yeah, he just posts. Forget y'all, forget him.
Hey, we love you, man. We just know you're gonna be late. So that most of the time we tell you the wrong time so that you can be on time. It's okay.
That is horrible.
It's when you set the time that things go south. Because when you set the time, then
that's why I don't set the time no more. I let them tell me, and I'll be like, all right.
But once again, we love you, but you know I'm gonna call you out because I'm trying to make you better. So hey, I'm gonna call you out every time you're late, and you know this. So we just gonna move forward.
The hat you wearing is calling now because you stretching it real high. Anyway, keep it going.
Anyways, yeah, but anyways, we back. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate everybody for messing with us. And we'll go ahead on and close the show out. We'll go Durante, Byron, and then Brand.
No, it's Byron. It's Byron. Don't mess up the flow. It's Byron, me, then Brand. You can't mess up.
Change it up.
Dang.
Because the order of which y'all are on my screen right now.
I'll take the lead, man. All right, big dogs. Good, man.
Thank you.
And if you don't know the way, you in the way. BigDogsOnly.com. Cop some.
This is Durante. Thank y'all for coming. Wesley out here trying to mess up tradition. Like you walk in and you don't see candied yams at Thanksgiving. That's messing up tradition. Anyway, Lon John Silver mother. Wash your hands. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and wash your brain.
It's been too long. As always, guys, it's always fun to chat with you guys. We talked about pitching the business. I heard Big Dogs Only up there, so I'm gonna pitch Gifted Hands. That's my wife. She makes things. She does homemade crafts. She does event planning. So check her out, Gifted Hands 08 on Instagram. Definitely check her out. The items for sale. She has an Etsy shop. There's a link on her Instagram page. Go check that out. And congratulations to all of the graduates of the class of 2021, whether you're collegiate level, high school. Congratulations. The last year or so has been kind of crazy for everybody, and to try to imagine getting some sort of degree, improving your life, in the midst of all that, it's an incredible achievement. So congratulations to all those folks.
Shit is real now.
Right.
Yeah, it's real.
Holly got a Facebook too. Gifted Hands on Facebook too.
Gifted Hands is also on Facebook as well.
Yeah. I want to make sure that everybody know where they can find her if they're looking for her and whatnot. Because she got a Facebook too. So if y'all on Facebook, go check out when we leave off here because you're already here. But with all that being said, I definitely want to thank everybody for coming back with us. It's been a minute. Durante wants to stick with tradition when closing out the show. Just trying to switch it up a little bit, but we'll keep it how it is and we'll move forward with that.
That man just switched the power in your intro, man. You can't switch it.
Hey man, you got to switch it up every once in a while.
It's like trying to switch the power intro.
I'm trying to keep things a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, see, you trying to look. I got you, Byron. Listen, he trying to play like Steph. We run plays on this team. It's a set play. Listen,
it's a set play.
It's a set play.
We freestyle everything.
Set play and things don't go awry. People know what you're gonna do. But anyway,
the man.
They know what we're gonna do, but they don't know what I'm gonna say. So,
But look. As long as we don't switch everything, we do it all right, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're not switching everything. I don't have everybody flying all over the screen and whatnot. But
and then if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh,
I mean, I guess. I mean, my living room wasn't broke, but I'm changing it around. I'm gonna fix it. So whatever.
All right.
Switch things up every once in a while. As y'all see, I'm in a different location. Anyway. I want to thank y'all for checking us out this afternoon. And
I hate him so much, yo. I really do. God, man. Can't nothing be just in the show. I'm gonna cuss you out after this. It's the show.
I was trying to end the show, but you up here with your yellow filter on still talking.
Oh man.
Oh, that's tough. God.
Hey, look, keep it 100 though. Y'all usually see me wear a hat or a hood. I'm coming out.
No.
I'm coming out, y'all.
Self-empowerment one.
It's a self-empowerment one. It's step one, accept it. Step two.
Let it go. Let it go, bro.
Oh, snap, yo.
Be yourself, man. Be yourself, man. Be yourself.
If I would have done this, if we would have closed out the show in this order, this wouldn't have happened. But anyway, once again, I want to thank y'all for checking out the Experts About Nothing podcast. I've been your host, Wesley, and we out.
Later.
Lakers in 7.
I still might be Lakers in 6. But anyway.
You said 4 last time.
End the show. Please end the show right now. I'm not going to do this.